Thailand is still waiting for results from the general election last weekend as political violence and instability continue to cast a shadow over the country's future. But while the clashes have made headlines, few of those responsible are ever brought to justice. CCTV's Cheng reports.
It's been a difficult and dangerous month in Bangkok. On the 1st of February, the eve of the general election, a violent gun battle broke out. From the protesters' side, men armed with handguns and some with automatic weapons. The police estimate 22 armed men amongst the PDRC guards. But the anti-government PDRC maintains theirs is a peaceful struggle, and the armed men were not theirs, even though they appeared to share the same cause.
They know who are guards and who are just protesters, and we are certain, we were sure that the people who were photos were taken of carrying firearms were not PDRC guards. We were certain.
You have no record of any of those people?
No.
But few pictures have emerged from the other side of the clash. The demonstrators have been organized by a radical redshirt called Ko T. Explosions and shots rang out. As the police hide under cover, a gunman fires a handgun in the direction of the PDRC group. Later, another gunman, his weapon exposed, is clearly operating with the first shooter. We took this footage to the leader of the UDD, the largest of the red shirt groups. They've disowned Ko T, but some of their members were there, including the man who comes into the room. Initially, he denies there were any guns on their side, and he says our footage is from elsewhere. But they concede that with the anger and frustration about the election, some red shirts may have turned to violence.
If it's true, just only some shotguns and maybe one or two. Why the other side? You have so many kind of guns.
The police have remained relatively muted, as they've been for much of this conflict. They say they've identified some of the shooters, but no arrests have been made, nor any identities revealed.
It's amazing to think that just 3 days ago, this was the scene of a huge gun battle in which 6 people were seriously wounded. All across here, there were pro-vote protesters, some of whom had guns, and all along the back, hiding under these archways, were PDRC supporters trying to shut down the vote, 22 of whom the police estimate were heavily armed. This morning, everything has gone back to normal.
So if everything has returned to normal, does it really matter who was responsible? It probably does to Argao Seleo, a 71-year-old man shot in the neck. No one knows by which side. He wasn't a demonstrator. He'd gone to find his daughter who worked nearby. Now he's likely to be paralyzed for life. Cheng, CCTV, Thailand.